Don't forget you can do moves with your weapon by pressing. Use them in different combinations to fight in different ways.
Okay, Saya. Looks like we got ourselves some training dummies. So, yatum you.
What are you mumbling about now? Am I boring you?
Damn straight. You've got a lot of nerve. Saki, let's take him down.
No, not Saki too!
Nice! It's no fun fighting Aya by herself. You're dead! Let's hit
Was that a victory?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh, Hannah, is that you?
Finally! That was a hell of a sound. What's going on?
Aya, that's what. She dropped in for a surprise. Visit, then some psycho appeared and I don't even know.
So you're with Aya now then? Here's blood recovery. Should patch you right up.
I'd do it right now, because if you pass out, I'm just leaving your ass behind.
Ah, shut your mouth. I was planning to do that anyway.
Still, auto-regeneration. Quite the useful body you've got. I'm better off without it, though. You just make me reckless.
You're just jealous because I got the goods.
Seems you girls are trapped in a barrier. It should lift once you defeat all the enemies in the area.
Works for me. Keeps him from running home to Mama before I'm through.
So, we're not the ones trapped in here. They are? I'm here to save you. All over this.
Next time, I'm gonna wipe the floor with them.
I'm here to save you. Booyah! Right person, right job. Baton, get!
Just so you know, together performs a power move. When your ecstasy gauge is full, you can unleash an ecstasy combination. Give it a try.
Yeah. This ain't my first rodeo.
Hello.
Been a long time since I got to let loose like this.
Damn straight. I used to blur.
Right person, right job.
going the right way, Aya?
How should I know? This is my first time down here, too.
You are absolutely no help at all. Where's Saya when I need her? Whatever. Don't whatever me. Just goes to show, you can't touch this.
I'll make this work. All over this. Right person, right job.
All over this.
I'll make this work. This will not be pleasant.
Might be.
This will not be pleasant.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Baton get. All right. I'm dead.
Right person, right job.
Hurry to a crack. All over this.
Who would have guessed this place?
Moles. Not what I expected to see this deep underground.
If they dig even deeper, it could be a problem. We gotta do something before they get the chance.
Yeah, I had to step out during his stream. What was he talking about?
All over this. Might be. Baton get.
It's nice how they give no warning. I understand that like stuff gets delisted and licenses don't last forever, but at least have the decency to tell people, like, hey, we're gonna stop selling this next month. Like, you know, buy it now or you can't buy it again. How hard is that? It's not asking for a lot. It's a basic decency as a company. Honestly, surprising they were up for as long as they were, but still, the fact that it happened with no warning is really messed up. I like how Bamco actually got Tales to be like popular and mainstream just by being a Rise being an RPG at a time where we don't get many, and then they don't capitalize on it at all.
That all there is to it?
They should have way more ports out by now. It's clear that there's a market for them, but they don't even try. How hard is it to port the old games? I can't even really fault people for thinking Arise is this amazing game, because you can't play the other ones. You can't play them. You gotta go download a ROM and an emulator. Most people are gonna not care at that point. Because look, like, you can just go play, like, every Final Fantasy game on Steam right now, right? You can just do it right now. There's nothing stopping you. They're available legally. Same thing with Persona. They got most of the Persona games available. Almost every East game. East 10 is coming in a few months. Like, I get people that come in here and they're like, how do I start playing Tales? I'm like, well, Either get a Steam Deck or a decent computer and learn how to use emulators, because it's the only option. And they wonder, they just let it grow stagnant. That's what frustrates me. I don't expect them to put out a game every year like they used to. That's unsustainable with current like development times and budgets and stuff. They can't put out the games as fast as they used to. That's fine. I don't think anybody should be faulting them for that. Especially if the games get better. But you should be porting the old ones. You have games right there that people will buy and want to play and constantly ask for. And you don't, like, actually capitalize on it at all. That's the problem. They've already gotten Tales fans used to the fact that there's, like, not going to be a new game every year like there used to be. They're done doing it like Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed. Like, that's not going to happen anymore. That's fine. Like, why aren't you porting the old games while you wait?
Hello?
You know how big a deal it was for Persona to be on PC? That was a huge deal.
Are you
When they
alright?
put Persona 5 on Switch, it's like, it's a big deal.
This is nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. Kagura's okay. And Aya's with her.
That's great to hear. And Aya too.
Getting in contact with you definitely makes me feel a lot better, Anna.
I trust the two of you aren't too bruised up.
We're fine. Thank you for asking.
Being a Tales fan is just an abusive relationship. It's just an abusive relationship. The fans care more than they do. I'm glad they got a lot of backlash for the Symphonia port. How embarrassing that was. How terrible that port was. They deserved it. Are you gonna sell this old-ass 20-year-old game for full price? And it's still worse than the GameCube version. Like, come on now. How is that acceptable? You've already remastered the game countless times.
Come at me.
Like, give us something else at least. Not the same game again.
Oh, by the way, Saki, how old are you? Could it be that I'm older than you?
Does it make a difference?
Just pay attention to what you're doing.
It's like all they care about is Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball's not in good shape right now either. Dragon Ball Fighters has that broken spectator mode with the rollback. It took like 3 years for them to put the rollback out after announcing it. And then you can't even use it for tournaments. Because the game glitches out. Like, how did you not notice that? Did, like, nobody working on the rollback notice that, like, if you go into spectator mode, like, the characters T-pose and glitch out? How do you not notice that? How do you release it in that state when you hype it up for that long? People are gonna expect it to be immaculate. Like, they hyped up that rollback so much, and it, like, it only really works for just playing solo, but, like, main people that wanted it were people that were doing tournaments and stuff. Sparking Zero is probably going to have garbage netcode. Notice how they're not promising rollback for that in any capacity. It's probably going to be miserable to play online. And it's not even going to have split screen. That's the most embarrassing thing. It's not even going to have split screen. So you won't even have the ability to, like, hey, you know, the netcode is bad, but you can just play it offline and have a good time. You can't even do that. They're saying that there's not going to have split screen. So your only option is going to be garbage netcode. Yeah, I'm hearing that game is no split screen, which makes the inevitably bad netcode even worse. Yeah, you can't deal with it like Smash players. You know how awful Smash netcode has been? You know, they just go play in person, right? You can't do that with Sparking Zero, apparently. What a disaster. I know the netcode's gonna be bad. I don't even have to look at the game to know it's gonna be awful. People are gonna be like, oh, it's not supposed to be a competitive game. I'm like, well, if they don't have split screen, that doesn't matter.
I surprised even myself. Penguins, huh?
It doesn't matter if you're gonna play hardcore or, you know, casually. You're still getting a gimped product because there's apparently not gonna be split screen. As far as I can tell, there's no split screen.
That was way
Also,
too
that
easy.
Jujutsu Kaisen game, they said that didn't meet expectations. It had like what, like 500 concurrent players on the first day or something, and no one bought it because people are tired of their cheap arena fighters with garbage netcode and shit gameplay. I'm like, man, you know how popular that anime is right now? Like, they don't even want to buy it. That's bad.
This looks
I think it's worse because it's from the same guys that did the My Hero Academia arena fighter, and that game is actually decent. I never watched an episode of that show, but the game was pretty good. It was like a legit arena fighter. Way better than a lot of the other ones that Namco shits out. They got them to do that Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's like way worse. Like, I don't know, I don't get that. I don't know if the split screen is only not for Xbox, but I'll look it up after this level. Hold on. Let me just do it right now. Let me look it up. I'm curious. Yeah, it won't have a split screen. There you go. That's like their big breadwinner game right now, too, outside of Tekken. The only, like, relevant game they have right now is Tekken and Sparking Zero. Also, nobody bought the Arise DLC too. That's the funny thing. Like, even though a lot of like casual fans really liked Arise, nobody bought the DLC because the DLC is a ripoff. It's like $30 for a bunch of fetch quests and fighting the same recolored enemies that you already fought before. Like, nobody bought that either. I'm like, why don't you make things that people actually want? Nobody wanted another Jujutsu Kaisen arena fighter, and nobody wanted a Rise DLC. They just wanted the old games. Like, why don't you just make that instead? Costs less money. Yeah, a lot of people are upset about no split screen, especially because the netcode's probably going to be terrible. I'd be shocked if it's playable. People are probably already making excuses for them, like, oh, it's not a competitive game like Fighters. I'm like, well, if there's no split screen, then having the bad netcode is worse. It doesn't matter if it's not supposed to be an esports game.
That was way too
You still
easy.
can't play it with your friends.
Mudman.
You can't just, like, play it with
Be
your
careful. There's
brother
skin
or
based
partner
weapon
or whatever
attacks
that's in
effective.
another state.
You'll have to use ecstasy combinations.
You can't even do that.
They seem like trouble. We should take care of them before any other enemies show up.
Finally, I can have a little fun with.
I was starting to get a little fed up with all these
Small fries.
Please be careful, Saki. Its health and power are much different than any other foe we faced.
You know, Tekken 8, despite its faults, at least is a complete package. It's mostly functional. Can't really say a lot that same thing for a lot of the other stuff they're making right now.
Listens now.
I surprised even myself.
Hey, good night. Thank you. sucks that he died, but I feel like people forget that like he hasn't been doing a whole lot
Check plus.
with the manga and stuff. He hadn't been doing a lot with it for a while. Like they already had a successor chosen. I definitely really cried when he passed, just because I have good memories tied to Dragon Ball, even though I grew out of it. But you know, he already had a successor. It's gonna be a lot harder when the voice actors pass. That's because they're like way harder to replace and they don't have successors for them. Japan takes voice acting very seriously. It's a big deal when somebody can't do it anymore because they pass or you know, there's just a reason they can't do it. Like they can't do it with their voice anymore. They've already been doing it for like 40 years. That's why there's like one of the few like Japanese anime that has like multiple voice actors for the main character is pretty much just like Fist of the North Star. Because you just can't expect somebody to do that screaming for 40 years. They can't do it. Like, there's been multiple Kenshiro voice actors. Like, way more than you would think. Compared to Goku. Like, for the most part, in all the languages, he's only had, like, one voice actor.
Bring it on. Come at me. Give me everything you've got. Oh, I'm playing all your blocks.
You're in rare form today. What happened?
I drank some of Aya's blood and transformed. What do you think? Cool, ain't it?
I changed too. After drinking Saki's blood. And now it feels like we can't possibly lose.
Just goes to show, you can't touch this.
Your opponent is me.
You all okay?
I think the biggest issue with Dragon Ball is just like how long they've been out of ideas. It's really sad that he passed, though. Apparently he was actively working on a lot of projects, and it's really hard to be in that situation, and like you're responsible for the livelihoods of so many people, and if something happens to you, then all those projects kind of go into limbo. The new anime doesn't really look interesting to me because it's what I saw of it. They've only showed like a trailer for it, right? It just kind of confirms my suspicion that they've been out of ideas of what to do with Dragon Ball for a while now. It's like the exact same thing that they did with GT, where they turned them into kids. They said that the reason they turned Goku into a kid again was because they had nowhere to go. Which at the time made sense. You know, he defeated a villain that required, like, the energy of, like, the entire planet already. How do you go up from that? their solution to that was to just add like universe gods and stuff to it, which I never cared for personally. I always thought that it kind of jumped the shark when they started doing that. I get that they wanted to have like, you know, not have Goku and Vegeta just be unbeatable, but at the same time, they introduced that in the whole multiverse thing. It just gets overcomplicated. The thing about Dragon Ball was always like, it was a simple story to understand. You know, a kid could understand it, but an adult could appreciate the themes of like not giving up and always trying to better yourself and growing as a person. It doesn't need all that multiverse stuff. I just kind of... I lost interest at that point. Like, this is just too much, man. Now they're just kids again. It's like, why are they kids again? I mean, I know why, but like, are they still gonna have like the whole, you know, universe-destroying gods and stuff? Because that was really what made it not interesting to me, personally. I don't know. Feels like, I mean, he basically said that he ended Dragon Ball Z. You know, the manga ended because he was tired of the deadlines. Like, when you're in Shonen Jump, and you have, you know, animes and video games and all this merch that has to be tied to everything that you draw, and you're doing it for like a decade, over a decade, I mean, it's gotta get pretty draining. I think he actually ended it at a pretty good point. A lot of people said that, you know, it should have ended after Frieza. I kind of agree, but if you look past just the fights, you know, the characters grew more, and that can be a little bit more interesting than the fights when you get older. That's just my take on it. They already kind of are rebooting it, because everybody is a kid again this time. They're all kids now, not just Goku, which is really weird. Because it's like, the other characters still had places to go, right? They haven't beaten, like, universe-destroying deities yet. It's still just, like, mostly Goku and Vegeta that did that. I don't know why all of them need to be kids, but I guess they're just trying to keep it from being a complete retread. Well, I'm sure, you know, I don't know how hard it was for him to actually stop drawing it. It probably was very difficult. In fact, to the point where they already had, like, an anime that he had barely anything to do with a literal week after the anime ended. That should tell you something. Like, nope. You can take a break, but we're not. We need more money. Look, you want to take a break, go for it, but got to equip the ring. Let me practice how to do the combo again. It's been a while since I played this, a couple years. How to break this game is use the technique ring. Oh yeah, you need the whole string, don't you? You can like dodge offset it, and she does the 3 Iaido slashes, and then you can do the this game's triple rush equivalent. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the timing is.
I will crush you! Still fight? I'm gonna kill you!
I didn't watch Super. I feel like East is kind of getting to that point too, just because the way that they do East games makes no sense. They don't go in like chronological order with his adventures. Like East 10, the one that just came out a few months ago, is supposed to be like his second adventure. So he's like 17. And East 9, I don't remember what the chronologically, I think 9 is the latest one. He's supposed to be like 24. What's interesting about East is they actually have an end in mind. Like he stops adventuring and he goes to the North Pole and he dies. He dies somehow. And they said that they're like never gonna make that game, but chronologically it makes no sense because like East 10 is a prequel. East 9 is like I think the last one chronologically, but then he's 17 in the new one. Some people are like, I'm not gonna live to see the final game. I'm like, yeah, at the rate they're going, because according to his recordings, his writings in the lore, he dies when he's like 65, and the latest game he's like 24. And even with how often they put out those games, they put them out pretty often. It's still like that's a huge chunk of his life that they're never gonna get to. You know how old East is, right? Like, it's one of the oldest active franchises in video game history. It's already been going for like almost 40 years. It's like they made like an actual end to it. It's because I know that in East 10 there's like some kind of secret ending that like alludes to when he goes to the North Pole and he dies for some undisclosed reason. But then like he's 17 in that game. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this keeps going, man. Now, obviously, East has never really been a story-oriented franchise. It's always mostly been the gameplay and the music is like the main reason that you play those games. But I still find it funny that like it's the same problem as Dragon Ball, just like going on too long and not really having a plan. I remember when they announced East 10, I'm like, why is he 17 again? Why is Dogi not there still? Why can't you play as Dogi? If he's 17, like, why isn't he a playable character? That makes no damn sense, man. I'd do anything but make Dogi playable, even though he's like the only party member you care about, because he's the only one that, like, is a consistent character. Ever since they started doing the whole party system, most characters are, like, really one note. They have, like, barely any story. There's no reason to care about them. You care about Dogi because he's been there since the beginning, but you haven't been able to play as Dogi for 15 years now. Dogi was playable in E7. That game came out like 15, 16 years ago. Like, why? I get that you need to have your generic anime waifu, but like, why can't you have like Dogi be playable for once? It's like the only thing he's ever had is like a consistent friend in his whole life. Like the one person that's been there for him throughout all that stuff, so you can't play as him. Yeah, but that's the thing though, in the game that just came out a couple months ago, like late last year, they do talk about like when he goes to the North Pole, which is supposed to be like, you know, the last part of his life. Uma, have you played this game? This is like a untapped tag combo game if you haven't played this. This game is even more nuts than Orochi 4. It's a lot worse design than Orochi 4, but once you unlock stuff, this game is really fun. The main criticism of this game is on the PS4, if you play like I am right now, where I'm like switching constantly, putting a bunch of stuff on the screen, it runs at like 20 FPS. This game only runs at 60 FPS on base PS4 if you're just like not using the game mechanics. They like didn't design the optimization around actually playing the game properly at all. Okay, go back and watch my old videos of this. Yeah, it's a slideshow.
This is a fight for survival and all, but it really feels like a vacation. Anna, you should have joined us. Can't be fun for you all cooped up. You haven't gone musty on us, have you?
I'm where I want to be. You know, Desperate really isn't that bad, actually. You ought to try it for yourself sometime, Maya.
No. Just thinking about it makes me shudder.
Aya in a business suit? I would love to see that.
Me too.
Set this one up.
Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested in this game, let me go ahead and post the Humble Bundle for this. There's a Humble Bundle for this right now that's, it's got a lot of weeb trash games, but there's actually some good stuff in it. And I'm going to go ahead and go over this right now. And no, I am not sponsored to do this, so don't worry. I'm not sponsored to do this. Let me go ahead and change scenes here. Give me a sec. They have a bundle up right now. You get a bunch of varieties of weeb trash, and the only good weeb trash is these two. This is the game I'm playing right now, Z2 Chaos. And then this is Origin, which is a sequel to the original game. Now, the rest of this stuff is not great. Especially this game is really bad. I hear this game is like average at best, but it's always been like really overpriced. So you need $30 for everything, but the highlight is these two games for sure. And you can get that for, is it $18? They both work on Steam Deck, but Z2 Chaos, I actually just checked earlier today, has like weird frame rate issues on deck that I don't know how to fix, but this game works perfectly. It's not as crazy as this game. It's like more grounded, but the boss fights and the boss fights are way better. The boss fights can actually be like no damaged and everything. The rest of this stuff is average at best. This game is terrible. I played this game on the stream before. It's not great. But yeah, for these two games, it's worth it. They don't go on sale very often, so if you're interested, you got a little over 2 weeks. I recommend this game if you just kind of go into it expecting that a lot of the game design is really bad, but if you like tag combos and like fast-paced action, it's a really fun game. Just don't get it on PS4. The PS4 version is probably really cheap right now, but you can go back and watch my old videos, because I played this game on PS4 originally, back when it came out, and it's a slideshow. If you play the way I'm playing right now, you can completely annihilate the frame rate. You'll definitely get the PC version. Even the deck version with weird like optimization issues where like it's not taxing the deck at all, but it doesn't run like it should. It still runs better than the PS4 version. So yeah, I recommend this game. You definitely have to look up some high-level gameplay for it, because this game feels really bad when you're not playing it like this. Which is kind of a testament to how bad the game design is. It's most games like this, right? You know, if you just want to button mash on easy and just have fun and not sweat too much over high-level gameplay and everything. Like, the games are still fun, right? This game is a mess when you try to play it casually. It, like, doesn't function. Especially because of the boss fights. The bosses are in hyper armor all the time. Worst thing about this game with the bosses is they give Saki counter. And the counter also makes you invincible. And you can get follow-ups for it. You can unlock them in the skill tree. The problem is it does like a pixel of damage. What would make this game a lot better is if somebody found the value for her counter and the just dodge, because everybody has a just dodge in this game. You also have dodge offset. This game has straight, like, Bayonetta mechanics. You know, it just looks like a cheap budget game, which it is. But the defensive options do, like, no damage. Her counter I just did right there does, like, 2 pixels of damage. I remember the first time I played this, I'm like, what is the point of this counter? The true way to play this game is to just put a bunch of crap on the screen as much as you can. The boss fights don't reward precision at all. And if you play the game in the weird way that it's designed, it actually is quite fun. But the boss fights are probably the biggest fault of this game, it's just how poorly designed they are. They're in hyper armor pretty much constantly. There's only like one boss in this game that staggers. Kind of a mess.
I wonder who summoned them this time.
I got the platinum on this game actually on it's one of my few platinums. I got the platinum on this on PS4. And I'll tell you why. It might not be the reason you think. The reason was because my computer was in the shop. The only reason. The computer was in the shop, so I had like nothing else to play. Yeah, I did plat this game. This game also has a really good soundtrack. I also really like the English voices too. I think the English casting is perfect. They got people that really do a good job of maintaining the whole B-movie feel. Like, it's just supposed to be like a schlocky B-movie that you would watch on, like, I don't know, HBO at like 2 a.m. The voice acting is really good too. The soundtrack. The boss fights are terrible, but once I max out the file, you'll definitely see how you can break the game. That's like the only way to make the bosses fun. They decided to give her a counter that does like 1% of their HP. There's no reason to ever do it. Terrible design. I should see if I can get somebody to make like a mod. Like, increase the counter and the just dodge damage by like 10,000% or something, so you could actually play the game defensively instead of just overwhelming them with a bunch of hitboxes, which is fun in its own right, but the bosses in the game after this are way better. I no-damaged most of them.
Bastard sending us in a high-altitude hideout.
they didn't know how to make
The
a
village down below.
good boss fight, so he just kind of...
Let's drop off our bags and head out.
Actually, let me see if I can get her, see if I can unlock her, full combo. So that's one of the ways that you break this game. You could turn invincible for, like 15 seconds. And delete everything off the screen, especially if you do the dodge offset tech. Let me see if I can unlock it. I don't remember how much money it takes. Where is she? Aya. Aya is like the best character. You see here. Oh yeah, you also get the Virgil Gucci belt in this game too. If you put that on and then you do Kagura's, the big spikes, the PS4 version would go down to like 15 FPS. It's weirdly satisfying how much you could destroy that game's performance. Let me see, is that all you need? I don't quite remember. It's been a long time. This game doesn't have cloud saves either, so I should warn people, if you're gonna play this game, I think last time I played this it took like 12 hours to do almost everything. It does not have cloud saves, so you might want to back it up. Mine didn't get backed up, I lost my save, so I'm kind of playing from scratch while knowing how to break it. Let me see if that's actually enough. I don't quite remember. This game is really fun if you break it, but if you try to play it like an honest action game, it sucks. It's actually, like, legit bad game. This game is pretty much, if you want to have fun, you have to learn how to play it. Casually, it's garbage. Which I think is part of the reason why it got such bad reviews. And for once, I can't blame the game journalists for giving this bad reviews, because it's not a casual-friendly game. Okay, I think I got it now.
I will crush you. Can still fight. I'm in. Baton get. You're I will crush you.
Oh no, I need the 13th attack. That's how you start the triple rush equivalent in this game. Yeah, I don't think it'll work until then, actually. Let me go back. That's probably why it's not working. Yeah, it's best to put the technique ring on her because you can dodge offset the last part where she does the Iaido slashes. You can like dodge offset all the way across the screen and then do that and then do the ultimate combination or whatever it's called. You can shred health bars. See, is it gonna let me buy it or do I have to get farther in the game? Here we go. Yeah. I should do it. Alright, let me go ahead and practice this again, because I still have some of the muscle memory, but not all of it. It's been a while. I've done everything in this game twice. Platinum was pretty dumb. A lot of usual Platinum stuff, just doing things that aren't fun. or a useless trophy.
You're dead.
Yeah, like that. So you're invincible during that entire thing. That's how you beat bosses. So let me see if I can do this dodge offset tech. Gotta remember how to do it.
Back at ya. All at once.
There we go. So once you stack them with damage, that deletes whole crowds or health bars. I gotta practice the dodge offset tech though. Oops.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Care to play?
There we go.
Feels the best recourse.
We can still fight.
Uma, you gotta buy this game. You gotta buy this game. This is untapped potential for you. I love this game. You just have to have a very weird relationship with this game, meaning that you don't try to play it like an honest fighting game, action game, because it's fundamentally broken. Mostly just the boss fights are what's broken about this game. I think the best thing that's really jacked about that game is the tutorial. The tutorial, they try to teach you how to play the game against hyper-armored bosses. Which is like, do you even play your game? Like, he made a really good action game, but how did, like, nobody tell you that, like, you know, there's a reason why when they teach you how to play video games, right, they give you a jobber enemy. That game is the opposite. They give you, like, roided out Souls bosses that attack really fast, and that's how you're supposed to play the game. That game has, like, a 60 on Metacritic, and, like, I actually agree with that, because from a journo standpoint, you know, they don't have time to play the game to that level, right? And that's the only way that that game functions, is if you play it sweaty. It has no casual appeal at all. Which is something I feel that they did better with the Origin. Origin is... It's a better game for playing casually, just because it's designed with normal people in mind. Z2 Chaos is just beautiful mess, is what that game is. Let's just make the bosses have hyper armor. And then we give you counters and, like, just dodges and dodge offsets, but, like, none of it really matters because they walk through everything and the defensive options do, like, a pixel of damage. I don't know. It's a weirdly designed game, but if you accept it for what it is, it's like, this game just needs to be played like a Warriors Orochi combo video. It actually is very fun. Yeah, the tutorial to that game is fighting the other two playable characters, and they're in hyper armor the entire time. And like you can't even like learn how to play the game because they're not reacting to any attacks. They're walking through everything. Like, who thought that that was a good idea? Like, why didn't you just put like a jobber zombie there? Makes like far more sense. Like, nope, we're gonna put Ultra Instinct playable characters, and you're supposed to just learn how to play the game that way. Alright. Game design is my passion. Batshit insane. I need to post a video about that. Like, this is how you, like, don't design a tutorial. If you don't want your game to get review bombed, don't design it like that. No one's gonna like it. Ah, fuck you! I got him again. Fucking game, man. That's like the fourth copy of him. No, I'm not buying anything, man. You screwed me. I'm not buying anything. No. Wallet's not open. Sorry. I'm not swiping. Man, that's triggering. I got him again. He's like my strongest S rank because he keeps fucking giving me him. Thanks for nothing. There you go. Double S plus. Deep troll. Oh well, he's still a pretty good support. It's fucked up that I've gotten him so many times though. No, that's the thing about that game, Fuma, is they do give you options, but it does no damage. It does no damage. It does like 1 pixel. There's no reason to ever use it. I think what makes it even more, like, stupidly designed is you get, like, extensions for it, but they also do, like, 1 pixel of damage. It makes 0 sense. This game really sucks if you don't buy the battle pass because the materials are really hard to come by. I don't know if I'm gonna like be playing this because I added Aether Gazer to my gachas that I play. I can't like financially play like 3 of these games. It's probably PGR and Aether Gazer, the main ones. This will be like the side game, the side chick game.
Stay where you are.
Stay where you are.
Stand aside.
Step aside.
So now I'm fired up. Go to hell. Stay where you are. You think you stand a chance? Scum. Too late. Don't get cocky. So slow. Let us begin the main event. You're finished. It's over. Stay where you are. Stand aside. Now I'm fired up. Go to hell. It's over. Stay with me. You think you stand a chance? Too slow. Scum. Go to hell. Stay where you are. Stand aside. So slow. You're gonna stay where you are. Don't get cocky. Go to hell. It's over. Stay. You think you stand a chance? Too late. Let us begin the main event. You're finished. It's over. Stay where you are. Stand aside. Now I'm fired up. Go to hell. It's over. Stay where you are. You think you stand a chance? Too late. Let us begin the main event. You're finished. It's over. Stay where you are. Stand aside. Go to hell. Stay where you are. You think you stand a chance? Too late. Now I'm fired up. Go to hell. Stay where you are. Stand aside. So sweet. Let us begin the main event. You think you stand a chance?
Now I'm fired up! Let's start the party!
Go to hell! Stay where you are. Stand aside.
Let us begin the main event!
Go to hell! Stay where you are. You think you stand a chance? Too late.
Well, they have tag combos in 3 and 4 now. Because of the mods. And then supposedly it's coming to 5 soon, but I can't find the proof that the guy is doing that. But yeah, that is something that's happening. Maybe I'll play some of that tonight. I'm just kind of chilling with no goal tonight. I kind of don't really want to play this seriously until I buy the Battle Pass, which will probably be like next week. Because it actually helps a lot. It's worth how much they want for it, 18 bucks. But I'm kind of in the end of the month struggle right now, so I'm not spending on Vidya at the moment. Vanilla 3 Special Edition on the HD collection, 4 Vanilla, and then 5 on PC is supposed to have tag combos. I forgot. I gotta change the settings. Because this game, the native controller support actually works. There we go. I should join this. They have a content creator program. I should join. Turn down a little bit, it's a little loud.
お姉さんに頼み事かしら。あら、君も一緒に勉強したい。
Hey, good night, man. Thank you.
想定外の戦闘ですね。リスケしないと。ゲット仕方ない。ここ。甘い。ここ。一気に回避していこう。
対抗は切なるがごとしってね。
この程度。ここ。
次はドイツだ。
勝利です。このまま次の仕事に取り掛かりましょう。お姉さんに頼み事かしら。あら、 君も一緒に勉強したいの？
I should actually save my stamina, huh? So I'm done for the week. On second thought, maybe I won't play that right now. Change of plans. Let's see what else we got. I don't want to burn through all my stam.
「来ましたか。いつかあなたに会えなくなったら寂しくなるかも。なんでも。
Okay, so it was 2,000 of these currencies, grind bits, to get one fragment for her, and it takes... How many fragments does it take to unlock a character again? I have everybody, so I don't remember. I have every single character. It's like 30 or 50. So, I'm gonna have to save them up, because Elisa is coming in like 3 patches, and she replaces Liv, so I have to save that up. Let's just go ahead and get this weekly mission. 800 stam. As I want to be done with this. Another 6.5 levels. Alright, yeah, I already did all the homework for this week. Ah, there we go, got a level. Alright. Done with this. Oh yeah, that got me almost done. 5 more levels. Well, that's actually a good deal. That's like 3,500 cards for 20 bucks. So 20% of the way towards a S rank. This one's kind of a shit deal. Well, the only one I'd really buy is this one. That's worth the money. Especially because I spent so much this patch getting, where is she? Coolest moveset. she's almost maxed out already. Very close. A couple more hundred battle power to get, but I spent on these two characters because they are still relevant on the Chinese version. With her, the only reason I spent is because I got an early copy, so I only had to get like one more. But yeah, this was probably my best patch in this game. Is I got her early. I also got her early too. I thought I was gonna have to go to pity again, but I did a random pull and I got an extra copy. And they're both like the most busted characters in the game right now, so they're both. Well, she's basically maxed out. The pet, 3 resonances, and then the only thing that's not maxed out is the extra border pact. And she's pretty close. I just need to tune these memories. Let me see if I can do that right now, actually. Yeah, I got everything set up. I just need 2 more hyper tunes. Well, there we go. There's one. There's 3 more to go. So next patch, she'll be maxed out. This is triple S rank build for her. Normal attack for the sword waves, and then super, because the super does crazy damage. I wish I had him at double S3, but I'm not doing that right now. I love playing as him. Plus, he's like the coolest looking character. He's one of my favorites too. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and chill out. I don't really have any direction this stream. People are curious. The next thing I'll be doing will be the Double Dragon Gaiden DLC in 4 days. That'll be the next, like, new game I'm playing. Pirate Warriors 4, you might be wondering why I'm not playing that. Well, there's 2 reasons. The first is that I didn't prepare for the patch So I have to do a lot of grinding before I can do videos for that game. Now, luckily, it actually works quite well on Steam Deck. So probably while I'm working over at my neighbor's house. If I don't stream over there, I will be playing. The other reason is that console gets the updates for that game like 2 days early. Every time that they update that game, PC always gets it last. So, I know that I'm known for Muso, but I am at a huge disadvantage. Obviously, I could just cheat in all the grind bits, right? It doesn't matter, because console players get it a day or two early. So, like, making content for that game, and actually being relevant as a PC gamer is impossible. Which is why I don't prioritize playing that game, because for some reason they don't release the DLC at the same time for everybody. PC always gets it dead last. So, if that was not the case, I would be more interested in making content for the game, but I'm at a strict, like, 2-day disadvantage every time that they update it. And I tried to do stuff for, like, the first update, and I don't think most of it did very well, because people had already, like, put up everything, because, I guess on Xbox, if you trick it into thinking you're in New Zealand, you can get it really early, too. But, yeah, we'll probably play Part Warriors DLC casually. I don't really care about making content for it. Also, for, like, style play, Pirate Warriors 4 is kind of bunk because of the gacha pull hit stun and stuff, and all the random hit stun and everything. I'm not a big fan of it. Yeah, I'm sure some people are probably going to come in and tell me how to run my channel and say that, oh, you should just play Pirate Warriors 4. I'm like, well, if you want to make them put out the DLC at the same time for everybody, then maybe I would have prepared for it, but this time around, I just did not care, because it's like, well, you know, if I make like a moveset video or a build video, people already had that up, like, before I even could play the DLC. So, we'll be playing that casually. I'm definitely going to be playing Z2 Chaos casually, too, just because I enjoy playing that game, and I would like to make videos for it again with, not garbage frame rate, as the PS4 version runs really bad. But yeah, I'm just going to be taking it easy for probably the next couple days. So, if you're interested in chill streams with no modding, then come by. If you're looking for hardcore guides and stuff, I don't have anything to do that on right now. So, thanks to the people who are still interested despite that, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.